acid, brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world! Who would have thought a good little girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness?
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Evolving Vibes. Do you sometimes feel like you need some extra protection? You need to have something really strong and really magical to protect your realm, protect you and those that you love? Well, this video is definitely for you if that's how you've ever felt. So for today's video, what I'm actually going to be doing is taking this jar and making a traditional Witch's Protection Spell Jar. This is something that I do every few years because I really don't need to do it more often. And this jar is very powerful, it's very protective, and I promise if you put this into your life, you're going to be really thankful for it. Now, make sure to stick around to the end of the video because I'm actually adding some things in here that most people would not add. But along with that, I will show you what my old jar looks like and why I'm replacing it. So if this vibes with you, stick around. And welcome back to Evolving Vibes, the community for witches, pagans, spiritualists, and everybody in between. Let's get started, shall we? Right now, I don't think you can hear them, but I got a bunch of ravens outside my window in the trees actually cawing. So there's no other better sign to me anyway that this is the perfect time for me to start putting this spell together. What you can't see in front of me are all the ingredients that I actually have available to me that I'm actually going to be using for this spell bottle. We already saw in the last video how I cleanse things, so this is going to be a practical demonstration of that. So I have a bell, and I'm cleansing my space, as well as cleansing the objects I'm actually going to be utilizing for this spell bottle. Now here's another way that I cleanse that I didn't actually show you inside of the last video. So it's something pretty simple. It's something that you can do if you choose to. It's all up to you. I have a pipe. So first and foremost, I'm not a smoker, but I do have a pipe, and I do utilize tobacco and sometimes herb combinations in order to do spell work as well as to cleanse. One, I'm using smoke to blow everything away and to cleanse, and two, it's coming from me. Remember we talked about we're all magical elements, so earth, air, fire, water, spirit, that's all within us. So I'm utilizing that symbolically to cleanse my space and cleanse all of the objects I'll be using for this spell bottle. Okay, I think we're good to go, don't you? So to start off with, I've got my spell bottle. Now, behind the scenes, what you didn't see is I actually went outside and I got myself some briars as well as poison ivy, right? Gotta have that poison ivy. It's a protection bottle. So I want to trap anything inside, any negative energy, so that they can't actually attach or affect my life. But along with that, I like utilizing poison ivy because I'm sending a reverse spell over to whomever might be doing this to me so that they can be revealed. You go around touching poison ivy in the middle of the night, you're going to get yourself a really nasty rash, and it's going to be really, really itchy. It's pretty easy to detect who might be messing with you when you use that type of magic, which is why I use it, and I promise you, it actually works great. So another thing that I'm going to be adding to this is going to be some quartz. And I'm going to put a couple of pieces in. We mean 3 pieces, right? So 3 pieces of quartz, loaded up and ready to go. Another protective stone that I like to use is tiger's eye. So I'm going to put 3 pieces of tiger's eye in as well. There we go. In no particular order, they're just whomever jumps out at the first, that's who wants to be involved. I have some black pepper, so I'm actually going to use black pepper too. And I guess you can probably figure out I'm going to be doing in 3s. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to use a smidge of my black salt. And my spoon, we've talked about this spoon before. So by a smidge, literally, I'm just using a little bit. I'm going to stop right now. I'm just going to hold the container, my intent into it. Now, some salt. This salt is mixed with rosemary. That's why I like using it. I mix it myself. So we get a little bit of rosemary in there, as well as, oh, there we go, as well as salt. All right. Now, what I also like to use, I use Mugwort. Mugwort opens my third eye. It allows me intuitively to discover who might be really not thinking about me in a good way, and who might be trying to either hex me or actually just wish me ill. So here's a little bit of Mugwort. Bam! Bam! Yeah. So far I've got Poison Ivy. I've got briar branches. I've got Mugwort. I have salt. I have Tiger's Eye. I have black salt. And I have quartz crystals. Now, a couple of things that I do that personalize it for me. One, this is bark from that special tree that I talked about in one of my other videos that's in my yard. Bark is very protective. Bark is very ancient, and bark is where you want to be if you're looking for an extra kick in your magic, especially for protection. So here goes one piece, second piece, and third piece. All right, now we're going to get to the fun stuff. I have coffin nails. I didn't dig it up, don't worry, but these are coffin nails, so I'm just going to put one in because I only have a few left, so I kind of use them sparingly. So coffin nail goes in. Now, along with that, I'm going to be putting some broken glass. This is where you want to be careful because obviously you don't want to cut yourself. However, I will touch upon that just a little bit later. So some broken glass goes in. There you go, guys. Enjoy. Thank you for all you're going to do for me. Along with the broken glass, broken mirror. Now, before you say, whoa, Brian, stop. Aren't you superstitious? Guys, think about it. We're witches. We're what people are superstitious of.
There are things that go bump in the night, and we are the ones who bump back.
So no, I don't have a superstitious bone in my body, and neither should you. So some broken mirrors, and I'm actually going to be putting a lot of them in here. So I've added my mirror. Another thing that I'm actually going to add right now, you guessed it, some moon water. So let's put some moon water in. Now we've got moon water, we've got poison ivy, we've got glass, we have broken mirrors, we have black salt, black pepper, tiger's eye, crystal quartz, coffin nails. What else could I possibly add, right? A couple of things. So this is a stone that I got from my yard, and what I've actually done is actually put a protective rune on it. Protection, and this one's actually for health. And on the other side, I did the exact same thing in my color, which is purple, and again for health. So that's actually going in as well. Now another aspect is red string. Red string works sort of, well not sort of, works literally just like the thorns themselves, and that's to encapture and to hold any negative energy that might be trying to permeate my environment or come into me or come into anyone or anything that I love and affect them. So that's actually going in as well. I'm going to take a little Palo Santo stick, and the Palo Santo is going to go inside of the spell jar. Along with Palo Santo, I have this weird little bit of sage stick left over. So I'm just going to light it, activate it, And once more, just sage my whole area. Sage my now nearly complete spell jar. And put it in. Thumbtacks. So 3 thumbtacks go in. Alright. So we're pretty much done. Mind you, this came directly out of my grimoire. So that's where I keep my most powerful spells. And again, if you're not utilizing your grimoire the way you should, watch the videos that I have on grimoires and put your energy and put your time and put your really strong spells in your grimoire. So now I'm just going to take a drink of water because we're going to talk about some final ingredients. So some final ingredients that you can add to it. Like I said, it's a traditional witch's jar. And this jar is absolutely going to be for protection. So, traditional witchcraft isn't always aesthetic and isn't always pretty. We all know that, right? We can use a lot of different things, and I won't get into everything. But long story short, one thing that you can put in here, which I'm going to, is spit. So you can just get some spit and put it on in. Another thing you can use is your own blood. Now, one thing I did want to bring up about blood is when you look at all these hocus pocus movies and all these witchy movies, they talk about using virgin blood for a ritual. So you're going to get blood from a virgin for a ritual.
You were a virgin when we were seeing each other?
Yeah, I was 12.
You said he was a virgin.
I think we drink virgin blood because it sounds cool.
I think of it like this.
That's not the case. The only thing virgin blood means to witches is it's blood that's not been used for any other ritual before. So if I'm actually doing the spell jar right now and I wanted to, pricking my finger and putting my blood into this particular spell jar is adding virgin blood, because that blood drop has not been used for any other rituals. And so that's where virgin blood comes from. And I say that from you because you really shouldn't be using other people's bloods for your own spells. If you're making a spell jar for somebody else, then you probably want to use their saliva, their blood, whatever it might be, to make it their own. That's what this is all about, making it your own, marking your territory. So, speaking of marking your territory, one of the last ingredients that I always add to my spell jar, I'm clearly going to do off camera because it's adding urine. And what you do is the rest of the jar you can fill up with your own urine. Then you seal it and then you make it your own. So I am not going to be doing that on camera for a lot of reasons. So I'll be back in just a little bit after I've done that little last aspect of the spell jar.
Your Majesty, you look like the piss boy. And you look like a bucket of shit!
Alright folks, I am back. And trust me, you never realize how hard it is to urinate when you're actually trying to urinate for a very specific purpose. So it took me a little bit longer. While I was away, what I actually did was finish off the bottle by taking black candles and sealing the top in candle wax. Now, if you are going to do this, it does take a couple of candles. It actually took me 3 candles to get the seal the way I wanted it. And then I actually put my own seal on there with a pentacle. But we'll show you that in just a minute. So, let's check out the bottle now and see what it looks like, right? And again, let's look at my old bottle and see what it is that I'm actually replacing. Here we go. Let me show you exactly what it looks like. But before I do, let me show you what it's replacing. This is my former spell bottle, which I'm still going to utilize. I'm actually just going to bury it outside in the yard. I do keep my spell bottles inside the house, someplace where it's protected, away from the prying eye, and utilized, as I said before, to make sure that the home's protected, I'm protected, and anyone that lives inside my home or is in my home is protected. So, this was my old spell bottle, and it's a couple of years old, and you can definitely see how it's been used really, really hard. And this is my new spell bottle. So it's all complete, it's ready to go. You saw it here first, and it's sealed in wax, and at the very top, I included a pentacle right over there. So it's going to go into a nice private place now, and it's going to be utilized to protect my home, protect myself, protect those that I love and those that love me. And I do hope you enjoyed this video for today. If you did, do me a favor. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you haven't already done that, but I suspect you might have. So if you have, check out these videos below. And again, if you watch videos, put comments on my videos, watch back-to-back videos. It goes a huge, long way in getting my channel up into the algorithm of YouTube and getting more people to view it, and hopefully getting more subscribers, because that's what we all want to grow our community, right? So until next time, please be sure, be safe, be well, and as always, be blessed.